the way you word it makes it seem like it's gonna be like depressing. Like,
I think it's gonna be very depressing. You guys think it's gonna be a wonderful grand old time?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Monarch Experience Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Ancona, and here at the Monarch Experience Podcast, we are all about giving students the platform to be able to voice their opinions about what matters most to them. And today, what matters most to them is the future. We're looking ahead, not just a few years, not just a couple of decades, but 100 years into the future. And I will obviously, when I'm 136, listen back to this episode, and I will clearly be able to see whether or not our two wonderful guests were right. But before we jump into the future, let's take it back a second. Be sure to follow us on social media. You can follow us on TikTok at Monarch XP. See all the great things that our content creators are creating. Content creators are creating. What else would they do? Also, you can follow us on Twitter at The Monarch XP. And, of course, you can check us out on Snapchat at The Monarch Experience Podcast. Let's get right into this. We've got two people from the future that are going to tell us what the world will look like in 100 years. Our first alien from another planet is Leora. Leora, say something to our audience.
Hello.
Yeah. Leora, tell us something about the future. What grade do you get on Synthesis Essay 2? Let's not even go 100 years. What grade do you get on Synthesis Essay 2?
I don't want to answer that question.
Why? It might subconsciously, when I'm listening now and then when I'm re-listening, when I'm editing, it might infiltrate my subconscious, and then I may end up giving you that grade.
I get 100.
That's way too lofty, right? You gotta at least play it cool and be like, a 94.
Yeah, I get a solid 95.
100, Leora. Wow. Leora, it is great to have you on the podcast. The future looks good, apparently. I see. 100 years from now, you get 100 on the synthesis. I say, okay, that makes sense. Abigail loves the fall. Abigail, say something to our audience.
Hello.
That's it? You guys have just hello?
Yeah.
That's it? Really?
No.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
I was hoping you would have said something more prophetic, something deeper, something to get them to get out of bed in the morning and go ahead and do great things. And speaking of beds, this episode is brought to you by Tempur-Pedic and Bob's Furniture. Come get a Bobo-Pedic. Just kidding. All right, Abigail, Leora, though you two are good friends, and I have the pleasure of having both of you as students. I don't really think we need a getting to know you question, but because of the last episode with answering life's stupidest, unimportant questions, I figured we would figure out a very unimportant question too. What's your greatest fear?
I would say my greatest fear is probably definitely like heights. Like even if I'm just watching a video of heights, like I'm already like scared from that.
Oh man. I used to be afraid of heights.
Like no, like I can go on roller coasters and stuff. Like
Me too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that so bizarre? Like I could be strapped into a machine going upside down like 100 miles an hour and I'm fine. But if you ask me to go like up on a ladder, I'm like shaking.
Yeah, when I was
Why is that?
I don't know, when I was like at a hotel, I was like 10 like I don't know, like 10 foot. Like I could barely step outside on the balcony. Like my fear was just like that bad.
Isn't that so crazy? I'm like that too. I used to be like that. I mean, I say I used to be like that, but I still am. I try to sound tougher because after I went skydiving, I feel like I kind of don't have a fear of heights when you jump out of a plane. So my advice to you to get over this is to jump out of a plane.
Okay.
Let me be more specific because this is recorded and could be testimony in a lawsuit. When you are of legal age, skydive out of a plane.
Okay.
Don't just jump. Like on your way to Florida. I'll be like, excuse me, can you open that, please? My teacher told me this will help me get over my fear of heights. Yeah, skydive. It was amazing because, like, once you jump out of a plane, it's kind of like, I could go hang these Christmas lights up and be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. but I'm still a little scared. It's the getting down. Like if I'm on a ladder on a high ledge, it's more of like getting down than going up.
Yeah, like sometimes like even the escalator freaks me out.
Right? Yeah.
Like you have to like hang on tight to it.
And then like you hit that little bump in the escalator where it like jolts and you're like, oh no! My big fear is falling backwards on the escalator.
Yeah.
Not falling forwards, but just falling backwards and not be able to know where I'm falling and then create a domino effect of knocking over every single person. Or someone else falling and me being behind them and being like, what do I do? Obviously, step out of the way. Oh. Right? Like you're on an escalator. Don't try to be a hero. Just step out of the way.
There's just a group of kids.
A group of kids, they're young. They can handle it. I'm getting out of the way. I'm going to sidestep that person and they'll figure it out. Abigail, what is your greatest fear?
No, I was gonna say the same thing. Whenever I'm like on a high surface, I always I get like I don't know, like I'm shaking. Like it's like acknowledging how high I am. Like if I'm like in a tall building, I'll I'll freak out.
Good thing our school is on the first floor. It'd be really hard to learn.
Yeah.
From the second
second floor. Yeah. Well, Marlboro High School is so much nicer than our school. They have balconies, so you can do small group out on the balcony. That would be that'd be so dangerous. That would not be smart. Oh. That'd be terrible, but that'd be nice. Flexible seating, the balcony. We should extend the classrooms here, and we should have like a little patio. Like a garage door.
That's like Dr. Pharaoh's like greenhouse. How that was like kind of like.
Oh yeah. That'd be awesome. We should redo it so that instead of the windows, you would have a garage door that basically rolls up, and then you could just like instead of having to go out and blah blah, blah just go right out there. That'd be amazing. Who do we got to talk to make that happen?
I think the executive
executive branch. Yes, obviously.
Okay, legislative.
All right, so obviously it's a good thing that all three of our greatest fears is not the future, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about 100 years into the future. Most job applications or most job interviews, the trite, overused question will be, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And in this one, we're going to say, where do you see the world in 100 years? And it does not look good. But I think before we start chatting about what the world's going to look like in 100 years, we should try to... I did some side research, and I looked at what the world looked like 100 years ago to kind of see how far we've come as a species and how much we're doomed in 100 years. Model T, that was like the car. Most people didn't drive, though. So you're looking at like mass transportation. You're looking at like public transportation, trains, trolley cars, horse and buggy. You're not really seeing too many cars out on the road. I also didn't know that they didn't have gas stations, which is like really crazy. They just buy a tank of gas like in a grocery store and then fill it up. Silent film it's not just black and white, but it was just all silent film. Have you two ever seen a silent film?
No, but I think I've seen like a movie where it was like there was a silent film in it. I think.
In the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
That's meta. You're watching a movie and they're watching a movie. I love that. The only silent film I've seen, I mean, obviously there's Charlie Chaplin or whatever. He's like the famous guy with the mustache. Was Nosferatu, like the first vampire movie or the first like Dracula movie? It was like, it's actually really freaky. Like, and if you look at some of the scenes where Dracula is like the vampire, it's scary, but it's all silent. So you're just seeing shadows and like a guy who's bald and just like, just doing that. Eiffel Tower was the tallest building in the world, which, speaking of heights, doesn't feel that tall. Like when you think about like how much buildings have evolved and like how much taller they are. But like Eiffel Tower, have you ever been to France? Paris?
No.
Have you?
No.
Me neither. It is 984 feet.
That's
not like that bad.
1,000 to the tip.
Wait, like
1,000 to the tip.
If you're like King Dakar, like I would say that's like
King Dakar height. That's a great way to contextualize this. Is 456 feet high.
Oh, so like
half of it.
Yeah. But
that's not tall at all when you think of like just the Empire State Building, or you start thinking about like the Sears Tower in Chicago. Like, yeah, that's nothing. I could go up there and not be afraid. Other things also, this to me is the most interesting. So like there's some things that we found, and I think we're going to be talking a lot about like what the world will look like tangibly with technology, but I think like societally, the concept of teenager didn't exist. Like there was like when you were 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You were just 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like the concept of a teenager being rebellious or being lost and confused or trying to find him or herself didn't exist.
Yeah, I think it was all just like preparation for like adulthood.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they thought of it.
That's all. It was just like you're becoming a man, you're becoming a woman. Like that's it. There was no like teenager that was like a concept of time. You're a child, and then you're almost an adult. And that really kind of didn't get popularized until the 40s with movies talking about the idea of being a teenager and what that means. We did all this with coming of age. We were talking about The Bridge. Yeah. And so much of that was kind of made, like that was actually like fabricated by society. So like that's a kind of cool thing to think that 100 years ago, your your age group kind of wasn't an age group. It was just like, get ready to be an adult. Women couldn't vote, so that's kind of crazy 100 years ago.
Yeah.
The toasters were brand new, and the zipper was basically about to be invented. Like the zipper.
The zipper.
Yeah, like on jeans or on jackets or like literally the zipper.
Did they like...
They just didn't have anything to... They probably had
they didn't have buttons.
And it was called the separable fastener. Like zipper, the word zipper didn't take steam until like 5 years later, which is pretty nuts. I couldn't imagine a world without zippers. Obviously, like jeans didn't exist, right? So like there's no, crazy. Penicillin didn't exist yet. We're still like 5 years off from penicillin and like a lot of modern medicine that we use that kills like any type of viral infection. They use leeches often. Like because the idea was
they like suck the blood
to suck the blood.
And they would make them like uninfected.
Yeah, like what idiots we were, right? 100 years ago. Leeches there are some things where leeches could be used and it actually could be healing, but I think if I get a really nasty infection, I'd much rather penicillin than be like, all right, have these blood sucking, disgusting snail things, and then to me. Just a crazy thing, but alcohol was illegal, but heroin and cocaine were basically prescribed over the counter. Where you can go to your grocery store.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
actually.
like cough syrup and cough medicine had heroin and it had cocaine in it. And people could just, I'm sick.
Then, like, would people like get addicted to it?
Oh, yeah, of course. They get addicted to cough syrup. And like, it wasn't until years later where they started realizing like, oh shoot, this stuff is addictive and it's like that's becoming a huge problem. Did they start changing things? But we were in the middle of the temperance movement. Alcohol is illegal. You two did a great job with starting to think about like just like technology in the future, and like toaster ovens are technology, right? So 100 years ago, we didn't even have a way to toast bread. I mean, forget about microwaves. Those are decades away still. Where do you kind of see technology and maybe homes or houses, phones, transportation, wherever you guys want to go with this? How do you see technology evolving in the future?
Well, so, like, I would say, like, definitely, like, protection would definitely be, like, just, like, with the technology, like, protection, like, for your houses, like, cars, that stuff. Everything, like, I would say, like, it would be, like, digital. Like,
do you not need, like, I wish I had my keys on me. Like, are physical keys going to be obsolete?
I would say, yeah.
I could see that, too.
And, like, I know now how you can just, like, type in, like, on your door, like, if you type in that and, like, that. Like, even that, like, I don't know. Like, you would just have something.
Like so, the passcode?
Maybe it would be, like, face recognition.
Probably facial recognition. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Abigail, what do you think?
I think smart homes will become more like popular. Like,
are you synced to all the same devices in your house, and you could basically just be like, want the oven on?
I think like going back to like what Leora said, I think more things like appliances in the house, like maybe they'll have more like protection, like
safety features.
Yeah,
I'm guessing like an oven, like you couldn't have like a kid couldn't open the oven.
Yeah,
literally, even though you can physically open it, they couldn't open it. Maybe it's all fingerprinted.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
And like everything else, it would be like definitely a lot of voice activated stuff. Like
sure,
you like even now with like Alexa and like stuff like Alexa, turn on the lights, turn off lights. It would be more like something else. Like you wouldn't even need to say it. It would be like turn the water on, like something like that maybe.
Yeah, I've seen like people like
the shower.
They like I think I've seen like in movies people were talking to their house, like their actual house, like was like that was crazy.
Oh my God. So it would be like Alexa, fix the leak in the roof? And would it just start to like 3D print over it?
No, I don't.
Like, could you fix things like that? Like,
I don't think so. Like, I think.
No, I would say like there probably like a lot of like self like building. Like you wouldn't need like just like construction maybe.
Yeah.
Like, how more like maybe like I don't want to say robots, but it would be definitely like something like that to really like help out with the process. Of,
I mean, we say robots and we think that sounds so like but like we have AI.
Yeah, that's like
which
really
is a robot,
crazy.
right? Like I mean, Alexa's in our period one, but Alexa is like AI in a way. It's programmed artificial intelligence to like know. Oh man, do you tell when Alexa says "Have a nice day" or "I hope you have a nice Tuesday"? Do you tell her like back?
No, because like sometimes I just like turn off the sound feature on my Alexa because it's just like it's so weird to like think about.
She's
like,
really?
The robots are gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they are definitely gonna destroy you. They will save my family during the
in
apocalypse.
100 years when
but
robots are popular, they'll come after Leora.
They are gonna come after. They're gonna be like, we know the Gertzberg. They are the ones that didn't say, "I hope you're having a great day too."
No,
I always say she'd be like, "I hope your Tuesday is going great." I'll be like, "You too."
Like no, like I would say like definitely just like from how much AI is today.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna develop like so much.
Yeah, like
more
it's
in the future.
gonna advance
AI's
like
gonna be
more.
crazy.
What other tangible examples of AI can you think of? I kind of skimmed an article that Mrs. Ricker and Mrs. Botsford shared with us about like programming how to write for students, and I kind of skimmed it, but there was some really strong feelings about it, and I kind of think I side on this about needing to know how to do the process of writing and not just knowing how to put it in an algorithm and have it spit out like Grammarly, like, oh, fix this. But like understanding the process of like, how do I get there is more important than actually just getting there, if that makes sense. And I think the more AI we have, the less we have to actually do. And the more we can just simply kind of just say like a command and then it'll be done for us. Like, where else do you see AI playing a factor?
No offense, but probably teachers in the future wouldn't be too much.
Yeah.
Because like just like with Google, like I like just type something in, boom, you have like automatic results there.
You're saying that my job could just easily be done by a robot. Yeah.
No.
Well, I think that, I mean, we totally are moving there a lot more and more, like gradually, right? And all these changes, we're trying to like prognosticate 100 years, but nothing happens just overnight. It's not like it's going to change that fast. It's going to slowly change over time, kind of to a point, I think, where you kind of don't realize that things are changing, right? That's kind of like the beauty or also the scary thing about like technology is that things slowly change. Like the phone didn't look like this when we first created it, right? Like it was the stupid little like talk into one end and hold the other thing into your ear. Anyway, but like, so you think teachers can basically be replaced in 100 years?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too.
It's okay. Still like some more years, like before you.
Oh, good.
Okay,
yeah. It's okay.
I think I was gonna teach until I'm 136, and then go, time to retire. Oh no, they're replacing me. I'm out of here. Let me go enjoy my retirement. Oh wait, I'm just a floating head inside of like a cryogenic freezer. Because that's how they would preserve me. I think that if I still was teaching until 136, like I would just be like, do you guys ever see the Power Rangers like with Zordon?
No.
I'd be just a floating head inside of like a hologram, like in like a fishbowl kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of saw that like one time in like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book where it was like
Yes,
Greg, like
yes.
in the future. Yeah.
That's what I would be. I would just be a
Yeah.
floating head, like hologram like. You'd be like, Mr. Ancona, can you come over here? I'd be like, no, I cannot. Okay, so what's school going to look like? What else with school is going to look so different in 100 years? Abigail, what do you think?
I think like people like students, I think they'll be more like well behaved. I think like as time goes on, they'll adapt to like being more, I don't know, like what's the word, like
Independent?
yeah.
Okay. And what like how does that happen, I guess? Like what changes maybe societally that we get there? What changes with like the system or the structure with school in 100 years? Like what do you think? Schools have changed so much in 100 years. just in the idea of like, we've allowed choice. Like, you can pick electives. 100 years ago, the idea of like you can pick certain classes depending on your interest is insane. Like, that's not a concept. It was, you had like one teacher or, a few teachers, and they just taught you. There's no small group. Like, there's no, like, it's just, here, I'm going to tell you information. And it's changed so much more with like hands-on learning and hands-on activities and simulations, lab activities, things like that. Where do you see, how does schools, I guess, change?
Okay, so I definitely, like, when I was thinking of this, I was really thinking,
like, is there a physical school?
Like, I was thinking more like different approach. I was thinking more like definitely like nature schools, somewhere like that. Do you know like crunchy parents kind of thing?
I've never eaten a parent. I don't know what that means.
No, like crunchy. It's like people who are like more like laid back.
Okay.
Like they're
like, called crunchy parents?
Yeah, like they don't follow the typical like norms in society, and they kind of like some like part is like they can like send their kids to like I want to say like alternative or like nature school, where it's like not as many like where like rules are like definitely different. I don't feel like there'd be a lot more of them like in the future, because like as like I don't know, like as like the like as the generations like go by, like it's probably gonna be like a lot more like laid back, a little bit more
like relaxed,
not as stressful.
Okay, I see. Ooh, it's so interesting. I kind of see it going. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. So Abigail, like I know you were kind of talking about like schools themselves, like that. There's not this need to come into a school and to learn. How do you see learning looking? You mentioned like chips. Do you think that like they're implanted with knowledge, like time release knowledge? You know, you hit like update your phone later, and then you schedule a time. Like, are you programmed to just like upload information, like at 5, at 6, at 7, at 13? Like what's this look like? Like,
I guess like at certain like points in your life, you'll be like your knowledge will like update, I guess. Like, I love the
phrase just update.
Like I guess for the chips, maybe it won't be like mandatory, but it'll be like really popular, like cell phones, like how like everyone has, like not everyone, but like most of the world has them.
It's popularized.
Like I think like more kids and more adults will like start, they'll like want them, like,
because it would be probably chipping your kid would it, I guess, allow them?
I guess they would normalize it,
right?
No?
It would just be like, you're gonna have a better chance of being successful.
Yeah,
it'd be no different than like your parents sitting down with you to do your homework when you're a kid.
Yeah, I think they'll take like now, like some students are like stressed with work and how they like feel like other students know more than the others. So with chips, every student will like basically know the same, I guess.
Okay.
So it'll also be less stressful with work if they already like, if the knowledge is implanted like in.
This feels like The Giver.
It would, yeah, and it would be kind of just like, maybe it would be like, oh, like with your yearly shots, like you would just come in like a new chip.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah.
That's, like,
yeah.
like,
right.
Everyone gets it. It's so normalized, like shots.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And I mean, there's going to be people just like with medicine and shots that are going to say, no, I don't want to do that, and they're gonna do their own thing. But I think the way to word it is like, it's just going to be normalized. Oh my god, that's so insane. It takes away the idea of learning, and it's more of just knowledge acquisition. Like, I know how to do this, not I'm learning how to do this.
Yeah, but then that like definitely like takes like
I'm
just like
so glad I'll be
that
dead
takes like
by then.
that takes like just like the process of like learning how to like. I would also like, I want to do like more like physical things. Like, would you just know like how to ride a bike?
Or do you automatically know how to do it?
Yeah, like would
and
you
then
just like
all those memories of like learning how to ride a bike with your family, or like learning how to play catch. I'm like talking about like very typical like Americanized things, like playing catch with your dad in the front yard, right? Like, but like all of those things and like the process and the memories, like baking cookies for the hot, like, are those all gone? Because you don't need to learn how to do it. You just like.
Just know.
I want cookies, and then like the oven just shoots out cookies at you. Like there's no
like the Henry Danger, like
no.
like You know how they like have the machine? Yeah.
No, that's like a scene in the
like,
Back to the Future.
There's no joy. It's just like, I want cookies, and like boom, the cookies are there.
No, that's like how like in like a scene in like Back to the Future, the second one, they're like put like a frozen pizza. No, like I don't think it was a pizza.
Yeah.
It was like boom and then boom, like a full pizza.
Like astronaut food almost. Do we even have food then? Like, do we have food? Do we need food? I'm sure we could talk about food and sustainability of that stuff later, but like at that point, there's no need to cook the process. If we're going to get rid of the process of learning, then there's likely going to be there's no need to do a process of I'm going to sound like a teacher here, so be ready. But like everything is a process of learning. Like that's kind of like the whole idea of living is like you're learning how to do everything. You're learning how to socialize with people. You're learning how to interact with peers. You're learning literally everything. You're learning how to be funny. Like my son was like, people don't laugh when I make jokes. I'm like, that's because you're not funny. like your jokes aren't funny. Like they literally don't make sense. You have to learn how to tell a joke. There's a setup and a punchline. So like, let's start working on it. But like, I was showing him how to like come up with like a joke. And it's a process, but it's a process, right? And like, but cooking is a process. I love cooking. Like I actually enjoy cooking, like the actual like hands-on and waiting. Do you like cooking?
Yeah, I like cooking.
Like, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, like so that's gone. There's no cooking. It's just food. It's ready. It's there. And then if that's the case, cooking food that you like, you know what went into it, and that's what makes it sometimes so much more delicious. You know, the effort, the love, the time, the prep. That's what makes some foods more expensive. Like, it's very like time consuming. That's what makes foods like even more appreciative. And you're like, oh yeah, it was marinating for 2 hours, or I slow cooked it for 8. Do we even eat food? Can we just take pills?
Yeah, like I would definitely be like, oh, like that's like pills. Like they would definitely like more normal. Like I would say like normalizing it, but like they'll definitely like help you out with anything and everything.
Any nutrient deficiency, like you don't need to gain access to whatever food or vegetable or plant. Like you can just have it synthetically made, and it will give you the nutrients, the calories, like the macronutrients or whatever, but there's no taste.
I've seen a scene in Willy Wonka when he made the gum with all the meals in it.
Okay.
That's I don't know.
But then it's like so bland.
No, it wouldn't be bland. You would
taste it.
You would taste it.
But then it like you would be like
you would get everything you need from the meal, the nutrient, the food, but you wouldn't. And that opens up so many other things. How do people go on dates then? Because isn't the common way to socialize over food? What do you want to do? Let's go to Applebee's. Or what do you want to do? Let's go get food together. Or like, let's go on a date. I'll pick you up and let's go to dinner. Like, and it's the act of literally sitting down for a meal over 2 hours. Like, what are you going to do? Like, let's go on a date. Like, I'll take my pill, you take yours. And now what?
Yeah, like you just like stop by the supermarket before I pick up your pill.
Like, and you could do everything so much more fast paced. I mean, and the idea then becomes, oh, wow, you have so much more time for everything else.
Wait,
when you don't have to cook for an hour and then eat for a half an hour, eat for an hour. There's no socializing, Abigail.
In restaurants, wouldn't they also have the thing with like the pre-made food, like with what we talked about, the machine to just get food? Wouldn't that?
Would you even need that when you can just have it synthetically made as a pill? I think like restaurants don't exist.
So they would go out of business.
I think there would just be the concept of going to eat at a restaurant is a social event. It's a thing that we do socially where I'll sit down across from you and we will put food into our faces and we'll talk and we'll share a meal. We'll share an experience. I don't think you need that when all you're doing is like popping your protein, your vegetable, your fiber, and like depending on maybe like your BMI, like your weight, your height, your goals. Like I think you're literally synthetically creating like the quote perfect humans.
Yeah, and like
I don't like any of this.
Like would that like affect like people's like bodies? Because like right now like obviously like people like it can eat without, but then like later it could just be like this is the specific thing for you. Like you can only eat.
Yeah,
this.
I don't think then you would. I mean, I guess you could take more.
Because like
this opens so many more doors that are horrifying.
The way you word it makes it seem like it's gonna be like depressing. Like,
I think it's gonna be very depressing. You guys think it's gonna be a wonderful grand old time?
Yeah.
I think the more that you get away from the doing of something and you focus more on getting the result out of it, you lose a lot of what makes that thing truly enjoyable. And a lot of it is really just shared experience. This is just my opinion. Like, it's a lot of shared experiences. So again, like, it's going to dinner with someone. It's going and sharing a meal with that person, or it's cooking with a person together and making it. That is kind of like the more fun part than it is the, like, check out these cookies that we made. Like, the cookies are fun, but it's usually about the experience, because then you remember, oh, remember when we made those cookies together? Oh, remember we cooked that meal? Or, oh, man, I remember when we went out to dinner and this happened. Like, I think a lot of it is, like, the shared experience. Like, if you're going somewhere, it's to, like, why go to the movies? Like, the concept of watching a movie in a crowded place is really bizarre. Like, I'm going to go sit in a packed room, and we're all going to watch the movie, and we're all going to abide by the rules of, like, being silent. But it's a shared experience. Like, oh, we're going to go out to go do that.
I mean,
what's your reaction to all this?
Because, like, I would say just, like, because, like, it would just be, like, so normalized. Like, oh, I know that. Like, I don't want to do that because I already, like, someone else, like, the AI can make that for me. Like, whatever. Like,
yeah, why cook your own meal when it can do it for you?
Yeah, but that's going to be, like, much more easier. Like, just, like, daily life.
I feel like I've startled you both. Leora, go ahead.
I kind of want to, like, change it over to, like, animals and how, like, their population's going to be.
Yeah, how do you think? Well, it ties in with food really well, right?
Definitely so many populations going to be extinct.
Like what? What's the first one to go?
Okay. Maybe, like...
Bears?
No, I hope that the bears go last.
No! I'm so scared of bears.
No, like, I don't know. I was just, like, from now, like, Pandas, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe polar.
Yes!
I don't really know.
Get rid of the polar bear.
But then it would be like, and because, like, from that, like, there would be definitely, like, meat. Like, that would be a big, huge, like, going down.
Do you think meat is sustainable in 50 years, let alone 100?
Not really.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of been, I don't want to say hearing a lot, but that's kind of the belief that, like, meat is not going to be sustainable, and that you'd have to find a lot of plant-based, like, the impossible stuff. That's why it's kind of being created, is to try to figure out how to make a meat flavor without meat.
That's kind of like...
I don't want that.
Because, like, just, like food, like, just from, like, where we are, like, right now with, like, population and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like, definitely, like, a lot of plants also with, like, the growth of them, like, they would probably go down, definitely.
Okay. Well, I mean, once you start having certain animals go extinct, right, like, ecosystems could collapse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where, like, food sources, plants, like, a lot of things start to kind of chain of events. So, Leora, you're saying that you think that animals go extinct, but Abigail, you're saying new species are created. This sounds like Frankenstein level stuff.
I think science will, like, maybe study the animals that we have now, and maybe they'll either take some of their DNA and maybe combine it into, like, another animal. I don't know, like another animal's DNA.
What would be the intent for that? Is that food, or is that to reestablish ecosystems? Is that just for kicks and giggles, just because we can? That sounds like Jurassic Park.
I think if more animals are going extinct, then maybe their intent is to create new sources of food. Like,
that feels weird. So we create fake food, but with fake animals, to replenish what we've destroyed.
That does sound weird.
I could see it, though. Like, it completely makes sense. Like, if we have the power to be able to do it, we would literally just be farming. Like, we would just be creating animals to farm. Which is bizarre.
Yeah.
And, like, also, like, I would say, like, global warming.
Yeah.
That would go, like, really badly. Like I would even more, like, 20 years, like 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
It's already, like, pretty bad, like, where we are right now.
How do you think that would affect, what other things does that have an effect on? Obviously, the environment and nature, 100 years.
from like.
Is the planet hotter in 100 years? Or is that too soon? Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel like definitely the planet. From like what we're just like with all like factories and stuff, we're just like making it hotter like day by day, and like as time goes by, like I would say like there's definitely gonna be like a lot more hotter in a lot more places.
Oh well, if we're making animals, Abigail, right? Like we have to be having plants to make them. So totally, I could see what Leora is saying makes sense.
Yeah. Well.
It feels like we're writing a sci-fi horror book.
Like, would you say that we would all be like vegans or like vegetarians like in the future?
But you said that plants would die.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? If like you're losing certain plants.
How would we get food in the first place if all animals were dead? How would we even like?
That's what we don't know.
How would we even get it into like a pill? Like
we don't know. That's why we're thinking.
So as we continue to paint this grim and desolate future that we'll all be living in, this feels like Terminator kind of.
I keep on thinking about just like Back to the Future, like
it's all
like,
well, which is so fun because like Back to the Future has like hoverboards, right? And that was like, you know, in the 50s and in the 80s, like the belief of the future was always what?
Everything like flying.
Everything's flying, right? Hoverboards, flying cars, and like we're in the future now. From those movies that have kind of given us that depiction of like what the future looks like. Like every movie from the 50s, 60s, 70s, Back to the Future, they always are talking about the future. And in those movies, the future was like 4 years ago.
That's so disappointing. Like,
right?
When you watch it.
Is it though? Because you have like $1 billion like computer in your hand with your phone. And like that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Or you just want the aesthetic of like, that's what they said, flying stuff.
No, because like flying, like right now, like I mentioned that like 100 years from now, there's probably gonna be like hoverboards. But then like 50 years ago, that's what people thought too. And we don't. And
it never happened. Like we never had. I think just hoverboards just kind of never took off as like a need. Like, what's cool about?
I think it was just like a want. It was just what people were expecting when they thought of the future.
Yeah, like that's gonna be so cool. We can have hoverboards. Like, and well, let's go here and then we'll keep. So like Back to the Future, obviously, like that did it. Cars, you think are gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like the fuel from cars, like that, just like even today, like can like does a lot to our ecosystem.
Yeah, I don't know how sustainable that's going to be that we're going to have using fuel for cars in 100 years. The nice thing about making guesses about 100 years is no one's going to be able to tell us that we're wrong. So we could just like make these bold predictions. Like, who cares?
Imagine like 100 years from now, someone sues us.
Sues us. I can't wait for someone who's listening to the podcast, episode 70 billion. Episode of the podcast where they're like, you guessed that we wouldn't have gasoline. Some like gas and oil tycoon is going to be like, and we do. Yeah. What else do you think changes as far as technology in 100 years?
Technology. I would say like definitely like phones. Like I would say like this would just be like when they think about it, it's gonna be like so simple because they're gonna have something like way more advanced. I
think this is in you. Like if you've got the chip,
like there's no need for the phone anymore.
You don't need the physical thing. It's just gonna keep getting bigger. Like we see the progression of this. That like phones were on the wall like those, and then they got smaller, and they were pocket size. Or no, they were huge, right, in our car, like the car phone, and then they got smaller and smaller, and then they were like the flip phone, and they were tiny. They were like 5 inches at most. And then the BlackBerry, and then they kind of the iPhone, and then they got bigger. And now they're literally so big, like they don't fit in any type of pant pockets. You have to do like the half of it sticking out of your back pocket, and like they just don't fit. I think it just keeps getting bigger until eventually you make the switch or transition.
I mean, how many more changes can you make to the phone already? Like
add
more cameras.
As many as people will buy.
There's gonna be a lot more.
As many as people will buy. I think it starts by doing some kind of linkage to all of your accounts, right? You're streamlining everything. And then eventually, like 50 years later, like Abigail, we were saying, the chip. I think you just get the chip. And then you could hologram. You know Iron Man?
Yeah.
You know how Tony Stark just literally just swipes the air and the hologram comes on? Like that. Like that's what your phone is going to look like because you are going to be your phone.
Or maybe I was thinking something like you just look at your wrist and then like it's inside of you.
Yeah, right. It's you're born with it. You get the chip put in you, and it's like, or you could get the chip just like when you pierce your ears. Like, when'd you get your ears pierced?
But then, like, how like kids just like deal with the influence of like the technology?
That's the problem. Is it's just happening all the time.
Yeah.
And remember, you're not learning anything in your world. There's no need to learn.
But then, wouldn't people just be like dumb?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think people are gonna be dumb. Like D-U-M, dumb. Leora spelling dumb in her head right now. Wait a second. Yeah, I know you guys were talking about education and thinking like, oh, the advancements and everything, people are going to be smarter. And like, I think with all those advancements, I think it's the decline that happens, not the advancement.
Yeah, because like,
they wouldn't be learning.
Why do we need to learn?
They wouldn't be learning anything.
You said that was okay.
Well,
20 minutes ago.
Well,
Abigail, you were like, I don't need to learn. This is going to be perfect. We're going to get chipped and it'll be normalized.
Well, that's the expectation. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. No. It's going to be normalized, but it's not. It's not beneficial in any way.
Oh no, not at all. Those are two different conversations.
You could just talk through your brain.
Right? Like, is there a way to? I mean, look, if it's chipped. I mean,
you'd have every ability that your phone has.
Like,
can you like text in your brain almost?
Yeah,
like,
right. And if I could pull up the speaker and just auto and like voice to text, and if I am this device or this device is in me or something, can't I just communicate with you?
Yeah, like you have the same ability as your phone does. Like you can call, you can text.
That's horrifying. And then I think people's concerns are immediately going to be like, does that mean any stranger can communicate like somewhat telepathically? It's
like
well,
can get in your head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like and influence you. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like social media.
Yeah.
That any person can get in your head, so to speak, and influence you. It doesn't sound any different. It just is a different way to do it. You guys packed your tinfoil hats, right? That's how we should have recorded this, because I'm freaking myself out, man. I sound like the world's biggest conspiracy theorist. Leora, go ahead.
I kind of want to talk about like this movie that I just like remember.
What movie?
12 Monkeys. Have you
Oh
heard
no,
about that?
I have heard of it. Wait, who's in it?
Bruce Willis.
I have heard of
Brad
it.
Pitt. It's so like I watched the first like 30 minutes like an hour movie. It was so like I think I had like a nightmare about that night because it was so weird to think about.
That was like that book for me where I was like I couldn't read it. I had to stop. So what's the premise?
So it was from the 90s. So it was like this like prisons like in this even like 2030 in the 2030s like and like there's like a plague going around like that like destroys the population of the world. Okay. And then like and this prisoner, he was like recruited to go back to the 1990s and like gather information about it before it happened.
Okay, so your classic go back in time to stop it before it happens.
Yeah, but then he gets sent to like this like mental hospital or something, and he's like has to like escape. And, like,
because nobody ever is like, I'm from the future. You're like, yeah, you know what? Can you walk through these doors, please, right now? Can you hand over all sharp objects? All right, good job. Put on this jacket. It's on backwards. No, it's not. We're going to cross your arms over your waist. Like in real life, I love that the movie is handling it realistically. Like in real life, anyone who, I don't care if it's true, anyone, even if they had scientific proof, where they're like, I have traveled through time. Like, I bet you have. Look at you. You're so cute. So what happens then in this? They're trying to stop.
So it's just like this one guy, and he has to like try to like he has like this like woman. I think she's like a doctor who like he has to like try to like make her. He has to like try to convince her like he is actually from the future and like he needs to like escape to get back with his like information.
That's so interesting. And this movie like startled you.
Oh, because like the ending was like. The ending was like kind of weird about it because it was a whole loop. The guy.
Oh.
Yeah, like it was like a never-ending loop with like he could never stop the fate of it happening.
And then he gets there and then has to go back and try.
Yeah, and it's like just like the same loop. I feel like he has to like he tries to like I literally, I'm thinking back to it, and I just remember he has to try to kill him before like himself. Like in the past. So like from the 90s.
Does he? So he realizes that he's like a part of the problem.
Yeah, like
that's cool. There's a Twilight Zone episode that's kind of like that, which is pretty cool. So going back to like transportation, time machines. Do you think it's gonna happen?
Ooh, like.
Which one of you said yes?
I think.
Abigail, that was you. You said time machines.
Yeah, you said time machines.
Talk to us, crazy person. Time machines get created.
Put on your
tinfoil hat. Tell us how you're from the future.
Okay. I thought that since...
What does Leora get on her second synthesis essay since you're from the future?
I'll be nice. I'll give her
No, don't be nice. Tell me the truth.
She can handle it.
I can handle it.
Give you
I
like
have to find my theme, so tell me what theme I do at least.
A 99.999.
Wow.
So she's not from the future.
Obviously not.
Okay, Abigail.
She's from the past. She's looking at 7th grade.
Oh.
No? Too soon? She's really I got 90s and I got 99s on everything in 7th grade. Like, great. Just handed out 90s like nonstop. You showed up today. Here's a 99. Great job. Okay.
That's what you should do.
Yeah, I should. I will not. So time machines, do you think it's realistic?
Okay, now that we've
in 100 years.
Well, if we're being realistic, I think maybe they'll start like testing it. Maybe if they can get the right form of technology for the chips. Maybe they can. I don't know.
But then, like, how does time travel work?
Right, and like
so weird. You're like at for like just like even if it's just for a second, you're out.
Are there
just
Are there different universes that are like running parallel? Is it? How does that?
I don't even know how they would test it. Like I don't.
I have such a weird question. I've been asking for like.
You want to talk about the Mandela effect?
So like, let's say like a person like for example they're like a time traveler and they like leave a universe.
Okay.
What happens to that universe?
Right.
Because nobody ever talks about like what happens in it.
When they left it.
Like.
Yeah.
Do they have no? Do the like? The
yeah. Are people like, hey, where's Bob? Like, I haven't seen Bob in a couple of years. Like, he kind of is important, like in our group. And do they just
time travel is just so?
Are they just, or is that how people who disappear, where they go? Missing people or hold on, let me fasten my tinfoil hat a little bit more. Wait, so
make sure the government isn't listening in.
I don't see any pigeons. I think we're okay. So all right, I fastened my tinfoil hat. So missing people really are just people who have time traveled and they're missing from our universe.
You never know. That's like my theory. Like, where do they go?
They go to another universe. So next time you get the newspaper and it's like missing child. Oh, this is terrible. We should joke about this. Missing child. They're really just in another universe. They've time traveled. And they look like children in our universe because they're from the future and they're adults there. So when they time travel to our universe, they become kids again. This episode is just going to be titled Mr. Ancona Goes Cuckoo. Mr. Ancona Goes Cuckoo featuring Leora and Abigail.
Guys, don't say anything too suspicious. They're gonna be.
Oh, seriously! The second that I publish this, there's literally gonna be a knock on like our doors. Like that's how you're gonna know that I hit like publish because you're gonna hear like knock knock and like the Men in Black are gonna show up at your door. What about time? What about cars? I know I told you guys about kind of like my theory about what's gonna like self-driving cars are just gonna slowly become more and more normalized, right? That's our word that we're kind of using a lot, to a point where like just people won't drive cars. Like my grandkids won't be born into a world where you can drive a car and they'll be like, Grandpa, you had to drive your own car? And be like, yeah, and it was fun. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I sometimes just go driving just to drive. And they'd be like, that's stupid. You couldn't do. I think like once we start figuring, I mean, we're constantly always trying to figure out ways to multitask and get more done. Well, you can get more done if you're traveling and not having to be focused on driving. Accidents. I mean, you're never gonna go faster then your car is meant to go. Like it's gonna go what speed it is supposed to go on, but there's no human error. There's no distracted driver. There's no tired driver. There's no driver that doesn't see another car, right? Like it's just all gonna be like sensed, which I guess is a good thing in that sense.
Yeah, but like it's just like kind of weird to think about how like okay, like my car, like it's not gonna make any mistakes. Like I trust it with my whole life. And
I don't know if I'd
like,
ever, because you're born into a world where you've been in either in a car accident or you've seen car accidents, or like you understand. I mean, you guys are not driving yet, but when you start driving, like I just think giving up control is gonna be really hard. Like for my generation too. Like your generation may be a little easier, but like giving up control and like just letting a car drive itself, I don't know if I'd be okay with it.
I think the self-driving cars would be more dangerous actually, because they can get like
overrun by Alexa.
Yeah, they can.
There's Leora crossing the street. I hope she has a great day right now.
What if Alexa turns into like drones that just follow you?
Yeah. So Abigail, why do you think it'd be more dangerous?
They can get like there could be malfunctions,
sure,
or their cars can get like hijacked, or like I remember watching a show once. This girl, she was in a car, and it was like the show was based off of the future.
Okay.
And she was in the car, and or maybe it was actually, she was in the car, and she was driving, and then she told the car like stop, or like
the car takes over and it's like,
yeah,
I will not stop.
It was like error, and like it just went like kept going, and it didn't stop, and she got in like a crash, and it's like
okay,
or it got hijacked, like the car got like
I mean, the idea would be too, like it would know where you want to go, right? Because your chip would be all synced, just like hey, look, it kind of sounds not that crazy now that I'm saying it out loud. Your Google accounts are all synced, right? Like aren't like your multiple devices with your same Google account kind of all synced together? You can import bookmarks, let's say, for example, from one device to another. You can do your single sign-in with Google to everything. Sign in through Google.
But then what about like hackers and stuff?
Well, yeah. But I'm just thinking like your car would be literally programmed with your devices. So you wouldn't have your phone where you pull up like MapQuest and like put in directions. You would literally just like, where am I going? I'm going to Chipotle. And then like it would just take you there. Because it would know. It would all be synced. I guess, yeah, hijackers would be a problem. Hackers would be a problem.
What about like
you're just hacking into people's cars and being like, drive them off a cliff.
Revenge.
Like just like, would it be like cars would be like all electronic? Like would there be a need for gas?
I think at this point we're looking at a world where there's no gas.
Yeah, that's
right, where it's all electronic. Whoa, man, this is insane. Abigail, Leora, this was a ton of fun, even though it sounds like we basically have predicted a future in 100 years that it's going to be really bleak, filled with no joy, and really depressing. But this was not depressing. This was filled with joy, and you guys are welcome on anytime. This was a ton of fun. This episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away a free tinfoil hat for our listeners so that they can listen with their tinfoil hat and really kind of get very festive. Hey, listen, in 100 years, we do this again and we see what we got right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
See you guys later.
I'll see you then. Until then, stay safe, stay hungry. See ya.